Hey, welcome to the Relentless Positive Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Martin. And if you've been feeling like belly fat is hanging on, no matter how good you are, so to speak, you're not alone. And you're definitely not failing at this because the truth is after 40, belly fat becomes less about willpower and more about what's going on underneath the surface. Things like shifting hormones, muscle loss, chronic stress, sleep issues, and workouts that simply just aren't right for your body anymore. So here's what I want you to know about this situation. It's not entirely your fault. I mean, you have some effect on it, but your body has changed, and that means your approach needs to change too. So the things that worked in the past aren't going to work now. So we got to switch it up a little bit, change the game a little bit. So an endless cardio, that's not going to fix it either. What works now is building muscle, supporting your metabolism, and balancing your hormones. And you don't need to starve yourself. That's the good news. You need fuel, strength, sleep, and the right kind of movement. Starving will only make it worse. So let's say you decide to join a fitness class to help out with that belly fat. There are a few things you need to know when you're looking out for a fitness class. So because not all of them are created equally. A great class can boost your energy, confidence, results, but a bad one, it can leave you feeling defeated, discouraged, and even injured. So here are 7 red flags to look out for when you're trying to join a fitness class and lose some of that belly fat. Here's what to look for. If no modifications are offered, definite red flag. Every body is different. If the instructor doesn't give options for beginners, injuries, different fitness levels, things like that, that's a problem. You don't need to be in that class. Next one, another red flag, pain is just brushed off. That no pain, no gain. Hey, that's outdated. If you're going to be told to ignore pain or discomfort, it's time to walk out of there. Look at this. No brain, no gain. How about that? Let's get that going. The third red flag, there's no warm up or cool down. Jumping straight into intense movement or, ending abruptly can lead to injury or added soreness. A real thought out warm up is going to get you excited about the warm up. It's going to get your body ready. You're going to get you mentally and physically ready, excited. And the cool down, just it's not just your sweat is a priority. You're going to cool down. And that way, you can pass out. Bad things can happen if you just stop right away. You got to do a cool down. Got to do the warm up, especially the older you get. When I was in my 20s, didn't have to warm up that much. Not gonna lie, didn't even cool down. Didn't know what I was doing. I was okay. But now in my 40s, it takes me like 4 days to warm up. But that's okay. I have to do it. The next one, the vibe feels too competitive or shaming. Your workout should feel empowering, not like punishment or a contest you didn't know you even signed up to compete in. If you're one of those that wants to compete, that's cool. That's great. I love to compete myself, but some people don't like that. If you feel like that's how the class is and you're pushing yourself beyond your capabilities, right time for a new class. Another red flag, high pressure sales tactics. If you're being pushed into signing up for more classes, packages, supplements right away with no chance to ask questions or try things out, that's a sign they care more about your wallet than your wellness. In my class, you can come try them out. Come a week, come for a couple weeks, see what you think about it. Because I want you to be there, not because you signed some contract, because you actually want to be there. That's what I want in my classes. And that's what you should be able to get the opportunity to try things out and see if it's a good fit for you before you jump in for a year membership or something like that. Next red flag, you feel worse after every class. If you're constantly sore, exhausted, discouraged, or dreading the next class, that's a major sign the program or atmosphere just isn't right for you. Now, as a caveat, in the beginning, it can be like that. Especially the first 2 weeks, that's kind of to be expected. And every now and then you're going to feel that soreness and after a tough workout. But if it never improves, it's time to move on. And the last one, the instructor just seemed disinterested or distracted. You deserve someone who's engaged, enthusiastic, and actually knows your name. If your coach is on their phone, going through the motions, or not checking in with you, you're not getting the value you should. I was at a gym recently and I looked, this guy was more focused on this energy drink he was pounding than what his client was doing. She looked like she was about to hurt herself. He was just all about that bang energy drink and not about the client. You don't want that. So find a place that like cheers, that everybody knows your name, because you deserve better than just these red flagged classes right there. If you ever feel unsure about a class, trust your gut and remember fitness should meet you where you are, not make you feel like you don't belong. So I hope you find that class that works best for you. If you're in Huntsville, Alabama, I would love for you to come to my classes. And if you have somewhere else, hope you find that. Look for those red flags. If it's not right for you, there are some great instructors and classes out there. Keep looking. Don't give up. And don't just keep starving yourself and all these things to try to lose that belly fat. There's a better way. Keep tuning in. We'll keep giving you tips along the way, but hope you have a great week. We'll see you next week on the Relentless Positive Fitness Podcast.